This is the Heart to Heart with Statton podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another Heart to Heart with Statton podcast where feelings matter, but the facts come first. Now, I would like to start by, before I start with the main subject, I would like to congratulate the No Kings protesters for now, because of what they did, because of their hard work, we are without a king here in the U.S. Not that we ever had a king, but we still don't, so nothing was really accomplished, but whatever makes all of you feel like you did something. Anyways, now getting to the main subject here, I would like to talk about something that's been going on TikTok, maybe even YouTube, I'm not sure, I haven't really kept track of that part. But the fact of the matter is, there's a little thing going on with this person called the DoorDash girl, which is about a girl who did obviously door dashing, and she explains how she claimed she was sexually assaulted. Now, here's the part I have with this kind of irks me a little bit. She claims TikTok took down her original video. Maybe it did. I think she personally did it because it made her look bad, because as I've tried to put together bits and pieces of her story, I noticed that there are some details that changed. For one thing, in her original video, she mentioned that she had clear instructions to leave the food on the doorstep. She didn't even have to knock on the door or anything. She just had to leave it on the doorstep, and that would have been enough. But did she? No. She got to the door. She saw that the door was open a crack. I remember hearing this. I saw the original video. I'm not into downloading other people's videos. I think that's wrong. To me, that counts as stealing. Now people are like, well, don't you take clips? Like, yes, I'll take the clips and use them as examples, but I'm not actually downloading the video itself. I'm only recording, screen recording those clips, but only clips, not the whole thing. But the fact of the matter is, I wanted to get that part where she actually said that she left where it says the door was left open a crack, only a crack, and for some reason, she pushed the door open. I remember her saying that. She pushed the door open, and she saw the guy passed out on his couch, and he was naked. So what did she do? I forget if they said that she recorded it or took a picture of him. It doesn't matter. Either way, she filmed this guy in some way and posted it online and claimed that she was assaulted. Now, should the door have been open a crack? No, that's kind of weird. Was the man probably drunk? Yes. But was he also in the privacy of his own home? Yes. So was it indecent exposure in the public sense? No. Wasn't she given instructions to just leave the food in front of the door and leave? Yes. Now, but it's the fact of the matter is, there are women who really are sexually assaulted, and yet, you got people like this that intentionally put themselves in these situations where she didn't have to open the door. She didn't have to open it. She did. She looked in. And it must not have offended her that much. I mean, she obviously took the time to film this guy and then left, and she claims she's the victim. This is messed up. Now, like I said, the guy himself isn't completely faultless here. He should have. When I'm at home and it's night, not only do I shut the doors, but even when I'm at home, the doors are locked. The doors are locked at all times. I don't just lock the doors to my house when I'm gone. I mean, think of the kind of world we live in here. Any crazy person could just walk in. Case in point, DoorDash girl. But anyways, because the original video's gone, I've only got bits and pieces of her other videos that she posted, and I noticed that she's actually changed some details to her story. Here, I'll shrink the screen down. Luckily, I did get those clips, and I'll have you listen to what she has to say herself. Also, you'll notice that there are a few gaps where the screen, after she's done talking, there's like a moment of silence and blackness. That's of the videos, and that's because I'm giving each one a little bit of a gap so we know, oh, this is the end of that clip.
DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me.
You see right there, there's a detail right there that's changed. I remember her saying, and unless the mandala effect is real, because I'm not the only one that says that they've heard this, but she said, I noticed in this version here, she left out, hold on a second, she left out the part where he gave her instructions to leave the food at the door. She didn't do that. She said in the original video the door was open, only a crack. And yet, here she is saying, oh no, the door was wide open with the couch completely in eye shot. Now, she recorded the clip, right, of the guy. So, obviously, yes, the couch was within eye shot. But once again, door only open a crack in the original story. Now she claims that, oh, wait, before I'm getting ahead of myself. Listen to this part here. I think it's this next clip where she says it.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault.
Okay, so that's not the part, but it's in this list here. But anyways, just, I mean, you could tell by looking at her that not all cylinders are firing off. I mean, she looks crazy. I mean, and a lot of people would be like, well, Statton, how would you look if you had lost my job? Or if you had lost your job? Like, well, let's see. I definitely wouldn't be making false allegations to begin with. For one thing, she claims she was assaulted. Was this what the guy was hoping for? That she would see her naked, see him naked? I don't know, but it could have been easily avoided if she had followed the instructions and left the food at the doorstep and not pushed the door open.
Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after.
Well, I can tell you why. You're a crazy person who makes false allegations, and you're not the only woman to do that. We got women all over who go to public gyms. There's even videos of women saying, oh, there's this guy, he's harassing me because he's on the treadmill right next to me. All these free treadmills that are open, and he chooses the one right next to me. And you know what the weird part is? In the video, it doesn't actually show the guy approaching the treadmill when he's already there. So for all we know, he could have been on that treadmill first. She could have hopped on to the one next to him and then turned on the video claiming that he chose that. Is that how it turned out? I'm not saying it is, but it could be. But the fact of the matter is, women have grown way too comfortable making these type of allegations. I mean, it's going to come to a point where I go to work that the place where I work has men and women working there, and suddenly, if I so much as set foot in the break room and there happens to be a woman there, we could be at opposite ends, and she'll say, oh, there's a man in the same break room as me. I'm being harassed. This is messed up. This is really messed up. Now, I'm not saying this is all women, but for the women out there that have actually been assaulted, you need to be mad at people like her, because she She is not a victim here. She's not sexually assaulted here. She put herself in a situation. That's like putting your leg in a bear trap that you know is there and then complaining that it snapped over the leg. There was absolutely no reason for her to open the door wider. There was absolutely no reason for her to walk in uninvited. So we can make a list of the things she did wrong. One, she didn't follow the instructions she was given. Okay, so she opened the door when she wasn't asked to. Okay, I don't know if there's any laws against that. There should be. She walks in. Okay, that's trespassing right there. You're walking in somebody's house uninvited. So there's some laws broken right there. You're filming someone in the privacy of their own home, nude, without their consent, and then you're putting it on the internet, but you're the victim because you're a woman. It's pathetic.
Deactivation, providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike.
You see right there, she's talking about her original video and how it was taken down. Now, maybe TikTok did it. Personally, I'm not saying she was the one that took down her own video, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Because for one thing, the new version of her story, details are different. I pointed out the difference. In her original story, she said that the door was open, only a crack. In the new version, she says, oh, the door was wide open. Now, to me, both stories, versions of the tale can't be true. Either the door was only open a crack, or it was wide open, but it couldn't be both. So it wouldn't surprise me if she took down her own original video because it contradicts her new story. I think she realized how bad it made her look, how bad it made her sound, so she's changing up some of the details so she doesn't look as bad. Doesn't change the fact that she still walked in to the house uninvited. The guy was not in public. He was in the privacy of his own home. So are we to... Now, personally, and yes, this is coming from me, a guy named Guy Statton, the half-naked gamer. I would not be completely naked in my own house everywhere I go. But then again, I'm not the type of person that gets drunk and pass out either. But the point is I'd feel awkward just moving around my own house being completely naked. I'll probably be in my underwear, probably be in a pair of shorts on a hot day. I'll make sure that the curtains and the blinds are shut throughout the house so that I could do it. And even then, it's kind of weird for me. I guess you could think of my gaming character as my complete and total opposite. I'm just not comfortable with enough to be that way even in my own home, let alone be in a public place and do that. But the point is the guy was not in a public place. He was in the comfort of his own home, and in your own home, you have every right to do what you'll do, even if it means go around being naked. Heck, I've heard women talk about, and I don't know why they share this detail with me, but I've had women at work in their 40s and 50s tell me how they would clean their house naked. Like I said, I'm not sure why they shared that detail with me, but they shared it. And if any of you see this podcast episode that work with me, well, I didn't exactly call you out by name, so you can't be too embarrassed about it. Not to mention, if you share that detail with me, I'm pretty sure you probably shared it with other people at work. But like I said, didn't call you out by name, so no need to feel embarrassed. But the fact of the matter is, if you're given set instructions, unless the guy has to pay you right at the door, I don't know. I've never door dashed. I don't like the thought of other people delivering my food to the house. Unless they actually work for the place, like for example, if you order pizza at a pizza place and they have delivery people, then yeah, I'm okay with it. But having people that don't work for that restaurant or whatnot, and they're the ones that are being paid to deliver, I don't get it. I personally don't get it. And this proves right here that it just doesn't work, because you get crazy people. I'm not saying all DoorDash people are crazy. This one certainly is. She acts like she doesn't know why she's being fired. She acts like she doesn't know, like it's a big mystery. Oh, I don't know why. Because you violated a guy's privacy, and then you claim to be the one who's assaulted. It's insane. This has happened way too many times. Too many women out there claim to be assaulted